Okay. Hi, everyone. We're here today at Jackson County Public Library with Susie Signorino, who is the illustrator of May There Always Be Sunshine, and I'm sorry it's backwards, Jim Gill's book, and also the illustrator for the Chicago Philharmonic project that Jim did with them for the same book. And so we wanted to talk to her today because we've heard from Jim and had him at our library before and had so much fun. And we love this book. So we wanted to make sure we talked to the illustrator as well. So thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in art as an artist?
Well, sure. My whole family are artists. So my dad's an illustrator. My mom worked in all kinds of art backgrounds. Neither of them went to school for that. And my mother did she worked with clay and started out in macrame when I was young, that kind of stuff. And then I have a brother who does sculpture, kinetic sculpture, a sister that used to do like 3D art, and another one that is in the food industry, so a chef. So we kind of grew up, the whole family would be in the living room with scraps. We would dumpster dive and get really neat stuff from behind like the paint store and get the samples and paper samples and cut them up and make stuff. And that's how I grew up. So it was always there.
So that allowing the mess to happen was very creative for you guys.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. I really love that story. Excuse me. So you've always loved art. It's always been a part of your life.
Yep. And kids pretty much, Yeah. So art, even in middle school, and younger, I loved making stuff, and I knew I wanted to do something with it. I didn't know what, but.
And so in your adult life, what do you do now?
I am a full-time 3 to 6-year-old preschool teacher at ABC Stewart. So I'm the art teacher, and I do handwriting and practical life. And I do teach art clubs for the school, little aftercare stuff. And I'm a mother. I have an 18-year-old daughter, and I paint mostly animal portraits, like for fun. That's my side thing. But that's
is your daughter into art as well?
Not really. I think she has the eye for it. This hasn't been something that she's been real into.
I'm glad she's been able to find a path for herself, though.
Yeah.
That's nice. Well, okay, so for this book, how did you decide to create these illustrations the way that you did? And let me just hold this up again one more time so you can see the cover, because I love this sunshine. Such a happy sun.
Yeah, Jim and I wanted to make sure that the images were attractive to children, so we kind of tried to keep them simple and relatable. And he's told me that that huge sun image was really appealing to a lot of children. So that the book's been, well liked and in a lot of libraries and homes. But we tried to keep it simple and colorful.
This is one of my favorite pages.
Oh.
I don't know why that just makes me happy. That big smile and the small tooth gap. That just makes me so happy.
And that was me when I was young, just naturally had it. They just kind of grew together, but I thought, oh, that's something I can, put in there.
I absolutely love that. That's one of my favorites. So what did you use to paint with? Because I see it's painted. I can see brush strokes, but what did you use?
Those are all oils, and they're original size. Like I have one here. They're exact. I painted them exact size to the book.
Oh, okay.
So they're little oils, and they're on, like canvas paper. So most people, young people maybe don't know that you can do some nice work on this kind of stuff. But since we were doing so many, I went for the canvas paper.
It's beautiful. I love that.
Thank you.
So for the project with the Chicago Symphony, were there other illustrations that they asked you to create? Because I thought I saw some that weren't familiar to me.
Yes, and those I can, do you want me to show you on here?
Absolutely.
Let everyone see
Yeah,
them?
please.
Let's see. So they wanted to incorporate, there's an image in the book that's May There Always Be Mama, and it's a pregnant woman with her hand on her belly. So they wanted to do one that said families. Yep. So they wanted it was more, and they wanted it diverse, and so I put all kinds of, like, this represents my dad and my mom. That's my daughter.
So
So I
those are
snuck
some of those
people
are
in.
people you
Yeah.
know, and the little boy is someone from the book.
Yep, that's him. And
Yep.
then I just popped him in there so it would flow. And then another one is this one, and it was to represent wonder, kindness, friendship. So that was that one.
Did they give you direction on that, or did that, when you thought of those words, did that come to your mind?
And it was kind of a collaboration, because I said, well, what do you think of, I'd say something to John and then he'd say something back to me. And then, when it came to like friendship or kindness, I mentioned the shoe tying, and there were other little things, but we kind of go back and forth. That's what I did with Jim too.
So it was a true collaboration as well.
Yeah.
That's nice. Collaboration, just in case you didn't know, means working together.
Yes.
Big words. Okay, so I love that. If you haven't watched project that Jim did with the Philharmonic, the library put out a Facebook post for it, and we are also going to link it with this video, so you can go and watch it through here as well. It is absolutely beautiful. It's with a small quartet of brass instruments, and the sound, it's beautiful. They're on their stage, it's amazing, and of course Jim is funny as ever, and it's just lovely. And the illustrations again are in that program as well. So
yep, and they've animated them, so some of them move.
That's right, I
really
forgot
neat
about that. Yeah, it's really well done. Obviously, the production value is wonderful, which just means it's really well done, and I think you'll enjoy it. And plus, it's some great chamber music. It's just beautiful. Okay, so I have a question for you. Because this book always makes me think of like things that of course we wish that were always going to be around. I feel like it's a very hopeful book. And so I guess the question I want to ask is, what is your biggest dream? Do you have a dream that you're like, this always has to be a thing?
Oh, like in the world. Kindness.
Too broad. Maybe
May there
just
always be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. May there always be, let's see, or what my biggest dream would be is, to just be able to be healthy and happy for the rest of my life, like retire to Italy. No.
I will come with you.
Okay. I don't know. For me, I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah, I think it's a hard question. Maybe it's too broad. I don't know. I know like I said, when I read this book, it always puts a smile on my face, because because I do love very graphic, simple illustrations. I just love that in children's books. But two, just because seeing all the things that the children over the years have added to the book that they send to Jim, and all of those extra things, like May There Always Be Pancakes. That one always makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's just, it's such a joyful thing. They're like, yeah, it's almost like, this is what I'm thankful for. It needs to always be here. And it just makes me happy. So.
Yeah, that's when I would be asked to assign a book. And it was always for a child or a newborn. I would always write, may there always be happy, healthy children.
That's nice.
That was one of my things.
That's
but yeah, I think that was the whole intent when Jim started this book, was to, keep it like an open dialogue with it, and keep families, talking about stuff and then making the books and extending it to the classroom.
And it's a beautiful idea. And actually, May There Always Be Pancakes is in the book, right next to where my next question was going to be. So I was reading this and I know this book. This book is a real book. And I wanted to know, how did you pick this particular Mother Goose book?
I own the book, and I thought it would be something that a lot of people would identify with. So that's why I chose that one, because that was really hard. And then I thought I could go classic and, Mother Goose. I didn't know if I was going to date myself or whatever, but I thought most people, Mother Goose is going to be around forever, I think. So,
well, nursery rhymes are very important, just as far as a teaching tool and child development, language wise. So I love that you picked Mother Goose.
Yeah. And
it's
the
just
colors are great.
They are. And it's a book that I recognized and was just like, oh, we have that at the library. I said that. I don't think we have it at the library anymore. I apologize, but if I spoke out of turn, I will have to look it up, just so you know. So the people you said, one was your dad, the people represented people How did you, are they all people or did you choose just some children?
Yeah, some are just made up, or I started out and it was someone I knew and then it just morphed into another person, or, because like that's just a made up person, but the one next to it is me. And those are all my hats. Oh, no, that's the birthday. I thought that was the hats one.
There you have, okay, hold on. I have to find that one. Uh-oh. So the hat page is.
Yeah, that's me. And those are all my hats.
That's amazing.
And then this one, the dads on the dad's page, that one in the bottom right. Yep. So my brother was the model with the teal shirt, but it doesn't really look like him anymore. Nope, down
this one.
Yeah. Okay. And then just everyone else is I just kind of made up. But on the bottom right is the guy in the green shirt with the baby. That is my daughter and my ex-husband, and that is my daughter before I had any children. So that was a kind of a wish stuck in there.
That's beautiful.
And the farmer is from a picture of my grandpa, who was a farmer. And then,
so take a note, you can always draw, color, paint, create around things that you already know.
Oh yeah.
This is a great page too. Just everyone together.
Yep.
So, there's another page, and I did actually have someone ask me this sort of at one point. I have to find it. Hang on, sorry. Okay, so May Their Eyes Be Blankets.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yes, soft, cozy blankets, especially right now because we have a lot of snow. But one of my kiddos noticed this down here and wanted to know if you had cats.
I do. I have 3.
You have 3 cats. There you go. 3 cats.
Yep. I have Molly, Marcus, and Margot, and they're all rescue kitties.
Oh, that's so cute. I love cats. I have 2 cats, but they didn't ask me about my cats. They wanted to know if you had cats. Oh. So it is what it is. Oh, do you have a favorite blanket? A lot of people have a blankie.
I do, but mine is from, my grandmother started it. My mother finished it and gave it to me when I got married. So, and it's a beautiful old one, and it's mostly yellow, but it's got the wedding rings on it, and it's
a quilt,
all hand quilted. Yeah.
I love that. What I'm hearing from you, several things, is that you're very sentimental, and family has really passed down traditions your whole life and continues to do so. And I'm sure you're doing the same with your daughter. I think that's really, really special that your family has done that, and yet you have those things from them. I love that. Okay, so there's a page in here, May There Always Be Dancing. I certainly need to know if you dance like no one's watching.
Oh gosh, I love to dance. And yeah. And I do, and I put on like, I graduated from high school in 1979. So I love all that dance disco-y like stuff. I like soul music and but I really like all kinds. But I do love to dance. I'll dance to whatever my daughter listens to. I'm kind of all over the board with music, but I do love to dance.
As long as you like it, you just like to move.
Yeah.
Okay, and for those of you listening, if you're young and were not born in the 70s, which most of you probably were not, disco has made a little bit of a comeback, but mostly on stage, just so you know.
Yeah.
Thank John Travolta.
Yeah.
And that's all you get.
Yeah.
Well, that's really funny. So did you ever take like ballroom dancing or any other kind of dance classes?
No, I tried ballet when I was itty bitty tiny, and then I did as an adult when I was in my 30s. I took an adult ballet class, which was a hoot.
Wow.
And that was it. Yeah, no dance.
How did that go as an adult?
It was so fun. It was
Really?
it was in Chicago, and the age ranges were from 15 to 80. And we even did a performance and everything. I mean, it was just crazy, but it was so fun.
I can't even imagine. I
Oh,
can't.
actually, that did remind me. I did take a belly dancing class in Columbus through I can't remember what the name was with. But yeah, I tried a belly dancing. That is the hardest thing ever.
Yes, I remember my mother doing that for exercise when she was young. She would probably die if she saw it. And she's going to see this, but it is what it is. But yeah, belly dancing, it's hard work.
It is.
It is not easy. I also giggle a little bit at the fact that belly dancing, okay.
Yeah.
So what in your life inspires you?
I get a lot of inspiration from children. And, like you said, my family, just talking to them, one idea to the next idea to the, kind of always sparks. And,
I bet family gatherings are fun.
yeah, they're few and well, everybody's got few and
We'll
far
be able to
between
do
these
that
days,
again
but
someday soon.
yeah, but we've learned to do the Zoom every once in a while, which is so nice. But kids are so just the things that they say and what they come up with, and it's so great just to hear their bizarre little thoughts, and they're so innocent and so real, and oh, I love it.
Before they realize that, or before someone teaches them or tells them that that's not the right way to think or something, they just,
Yep.
I love how their brains work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's wonderful. So do you personally have a favorite children's author and or illustrator, if it's the same?
When I think Beatrix Potter was one of my favorite. I mean, those books, the whole thing. That was one of my favorites of all time. But
Do you feel like you're influenced by her at all?
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, my stuff's not like soft and stuff like that, but definitely like the animals, having personalities and stuff like that. And I can't even remember the other book that I liked. It was like Grimm's fairy tales, those bizarre little fairy type stuff, which isn't like my work now. I do have the animal influence because I paint animal portraits. But yeah, those were from when I was little. And then I have a lot of vintage children's books. And I find the colors, in the printing and stuff. And
by vintage, what era do you mean?
Oh gosh, all like here, this one, I don't even know what this is.
I'm thinking of the books you mentioned, the 70s. When I was going to the library as a child, it was very the 70s colors, orange, marigold, the autumn gold, and a lot of them were like 2-color illustrations, which were really fascinating. But
yes, like this is one that I found in the basement.
Exactly, that's exactly it.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's not two color, but that's what yeah.
Yeah, it's just simple and beautiful. And oh, I look at those and think, wow, I pulled some out that oops, where'd we go? Can you see me still?
I still can, yes.
Oh, I can't see you anymore. I don't know what I did. Oh, well.
I'm still here. I'll still talk to you.
This one I found, it's by Giselle Potter, The Year I Didn't Go to School.
I don't believe I have ever seen that book.
Yeah, it is so neat. And it, just the way it talks about the family, and it's got the kids' drawings in it. And, I just find, and they're kind of, I don't know. I loved that. And for, I love the illustrations. Oops, are you still there?
I am.
I wonder what is going on, why I lost you.
I don't know, that's very strange. But it's Zoom for you.
I'll try and see if I can get it back. I have no idea. Oh, well. In another book, I like the illustrations, but I love the story, is the Sophie's Masterpiece.
Oh, that is a beautiful book. I do really love that book. There's soft watercolors, really pretty.
Yeah, just the whole story and the way it made those little stockings for all her legs. And
yes. I know, I really do love that book. It's been a while since I've picked it up and looked at it. I don't own it at home, but I'm sure you also have a children's book collection at your house, because it just happens.
Oh, yes. Yeah, my basement is full.
Yeah, I didn't count them. I don't want to know. I know what I like.
Yeah.
And I just, if the children ever come to my house, they have things to do. So,
yeah.
So as we wrap up, I don't want to keep you all afternoon, but I just want to, is there something that you want us, me, and anyone who's watching, is there anything that you want us to know about you or about your art or just anything?
I think from like a artist standpoint is I struggled with, always, even though I went to the American Academy of Art for a year. I graduated from the School of the Art Institute with a bachelor's degree, but I always had that little thing of I was never going to be good enough, or, or my art's not going to be as nice as or great as this person. Like a message for young people is to just keep doing it. You just get better the more you like we always say to kids, the more you practice, the better you get, and to, just be true to yourself when it comes to that stuff.
Your art is your art.
Yeah. And not worry about what everybody else thinks all the time, I don't know.
I think that's a cat. Which one is that?
This is, he doesn't like to be picked up, but there's Marcus. Can you say hi?
Marcus is a big boy. Hi, Marcus. Yeah, he doesn't like to be picked up.
He doesn't. It's so weird. The other two are snuggle bugs, but he's just not.
Well, if you had all three of them on your lap at the same time, it could be a problem.
Yeah.
Well, I love that that message for kids, because a lot of times they start very young comparing themselves to everyone else, and it's a shame, because I think standing out and standing apart and being yourself is so much more important than being like everyone else. And so I appreciate that message as well.
Yeah.
I am
important.
Pardon me?
That's important for them to just be themselves, no
matter what art they choose or what they choose in their lives. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am just so grateful that you joined us for a little while, and allowed us to talk to you so that we can, put this out there again, and just highlight some things that some people that make some amazing artwork, and the writing is amazing, and the music is amazing, and the artistry is amazing. I say amazing a lot because it's amazing, and and I just think it's really fun to get to meet people who do that we see their artwork every day. Like we'll pick this book up and read it, and now we've actually met you, and it makes such a difference to me. So I'm so thrilled, and thank you from everyone who will watch this as it goes along.
Yeah,
So thank you for your time.
sure. Thank you for this. It
All
was
right.
fun.